So the next piece is another bit of board game news. Now, Restoration Games have worked on some awesome projects in the past. They worked on bringing back Fireball Island, which looks hilariously fun. They're also working on Return to Dark Tower. So if you remember that electronic board game that was out, back in the annals of the past, with an advert that was read by Orson Welles, which is pretty awesome. He was actually in it as well. It was very cool. But also, they're now working on a new game called Conspiracy, and they're bringing it back with the version called Conspiracy: The Solomon Gambit, named after the original creator of the game. Now, in Conspiracy, you're going to be playing as competing agencies who are trying to get a briefcase moved across the world to their particular base of operations so that you can win the game. They're doing a couple of tweaks here in the new version of the game as well, just to make it a little bit more modern. So in the new version, each of the different political agencies, or spy agencies, I suppose they would be, will have their own power that will allow them to move the briefcase without having to spend money. And also there's going to be an alternative winning condition of the game as well, where you can try and stall the game out, and if you've given enough money to Dr. Solomon, you could also win by that way as well. The main sort of premise of the game and how it works is that what you'll be doing is you'll be bidding each turn to get certain agents on the board to move the briefcase around. And so there's a real sort of back and forth between how much money you give to the agents to try and move the briefcase around and how much you give to Dr. Solomon to try and win if the game stalls out at the end as well. It sounds very cool. The artwork's looking very nice for it. Restoration Games did a really good job on Fireball Island, so I have no doubt that they're going to be doing an amazing job on Conspiracy as well. It should be coming out later this year, which would be pretty good.
It does sound interesting. I mean, have you played Courier Wars yet?
Courier Wars? I have not played Courier Wars.
You know, where the one faction is the post office, and the other faction is DHL.
Right.
Right? And you pay them to move a briefcase around with their special delivery agents.
Oh my god!
It does sound a bit like couriers moving stuff around, Ben, doesn't it?
It is, but it's also spies that you're paying off. That's the cool thing.
But I could just call the next guy who comes to me with a package from DHL. I'll be like, "Thank you very much, Mr. Spy." Could I not?
He would
be essentially doing the same job of moving a package, because you even described it as there's loads of people moving this briefcase around, and then you have to pay them to move the briefcase around. I was like, it does sound a lot like deliveries.
The next time you're signing for a package, next time you're signing for a package from a courier, just after you've got the little palm thing in your hand and you put your signature and you're handing it back to him, just go to the courier. Guess what you're an accessory to now? Just leave it at that. Walk off.
You would have the police in the office so goddamn quickly. Don't do this at home, folks.
Do it at home.
Don't do this at home.
Do it at home. You can win another blanket of Justin's that we haven't decided yet. We'll go through his laundry hamper and dig one out.
Oh, jeez, that would really wind a delivery man up. But sometimes they deserve it. I've had to start putting a lock on my back gate because delivery men were coming into my back garden and doing a whiz.
Oh, that's nice.
Down the side. What? I know this because they were moving bins and stuff and not locking the gate correctly. And then I could see damp patches and stuff.
Ugh.
Nice.
So
are you sure that's not just local drunks?
Well, maybe I'm fingering the wrong people. And it's not the delivery men.
Let's be honest, who's most likely to take a random piss up a wall?
Delivery men.
I originally thought it was builders of some description, and
that's a fair point.
It must be builders.
Fair point.
Maybe it is just drunk people. Anyway, long story short, put a lock on your gate if you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Back to what we're actually supposed to be talking about. You still excited about this game?
Oh. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Even though you've made me think that it's just Amazon, but
that's the name of the game, Amazon.
Amazon Wars.
Ta-da!
And I'm actually looking forward to seeing a bit more of it because I do like these games where I'm not actually, as much as I'm having a little bit fun there, I do like games where you're actually doing things where you're not specifically trying to kill each other all the time.
It feels like a nice multiplayer type of war.
Pass the Parcel sounds pretty cool.
It's very Man from U.N.C.L.E. or Mission Impossible.
Or Original Avengers.
No.
Yeah, it sounds more Man from U.N.C.L.E. to me.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. Proper one, not that terrible remake with terrible Superman.
If you have played
terrible
this game,
Lone Ranger,
the original, drop some comments in and tell us what it's actually like. Because obviously,
it was early
Ben
70s,
says,
so
a revamp of a game that I've never seen.
It's from back in 1973, so it's quite an old one.
Tauros.
It's older than me. I feel young, or do I feel old?
Off to Fleabag.
I don't know. But if you have played it, drop some comments in below. Let us know how it actually does play, because I'd be keen to know how it plays.